Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Thousands of workers in the business process outsourcing sector are now in a wait-and-see mode as a government order forces call centers across the island to shut down operations for the next 14 days starting tomorrow. Now, a major player in the sector says the fate of his workers will be determined by how many overseas clients he's able to retain. Andrew Laidley reports.
Before the COVID-19 pandemic, business process outsourcing was hailed for helping to lower the island's unemployment rate, especially among youths. At that time, the number of persons employed to the sector was about 43,000 and counting. Today, head of the Global Services Association of Jamaica, Gloria Henry, confirmed that that figure is below 40,000 and shrinking. Founding chairman and CEO of ITEL BPO, Yanni Epstein, explained that the economic pinch is likely to extend beyond the BPO sector.
The industry generates about 50 to 60 million US a month. So that's the fallout of US dollars that are coming here to pay employees, to pay food vendors, to pay landlords, to pay financial institutions that they may have debt instruments with, to pay transportation companies, and to pay management and so on and so forth, and obviously PAYE and tax to the government.
He says the greatest threat to the business is retaining overseas clients who might opt to take their business elsewhere.
The reality is that most of Jamaicans live day to day and hand to mouth. And when you rip away the opportunities of what BPO provides to over 40,000 employees, the disaster is grave. And my biggest concern is what happens after this, because contracts will most certainly have to find new homes during this 14-day period, and the question is, will they come back?
In terms of layoffs and redundancies, Mr. Epstein says workers will literally have to wait and see what happens after the 14 days has passed.
The first thing would be to try and find a way how to protect them over the next 14 days. And truthfully, that's going to come based upon the discussions with the clients as to how much, if at all, are they going to give us back volume after the 14 days. And that will determine how many layoffs there will be. But
so far, about 13,000 BPO employees are working from home. Of the remaining 27,000 workers, only those working with sensitive information will be allowed to continue working at the BPO facilities. The others will be sent home. Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
The Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, secured $24.6 million in refunds for customers during the 2019-2020 financial year. Communications specialist at the CAC, Dorothy Campbell, says the agency received 1,645 complaints. Ms. Campbell says very often the cases that are delayed are the ones where the CAC is depending on a third party to assist in resolving the issues. She noted that even though the agency currently has an 84% resolution rate, it is pushing for a higher rate. Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $139.65. The Canadian dollar is going for $100.82. The pound is going for $173.72, while the euro closed at $151.68. The JC Index lost 411 points today, and the Junior Market Index is down by 9 points. Among the winners were G West Corporation, Cygnus Credit Investments US dollar shares, Wisynco Group, Proven Investments US dollar shares, and Separate Group. On the losing side were iCreate, Blue Power Group, Stationery and Office Supplies, Jamaica Producers Group, and Honeybun. And that's the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Good evening.